Damn, man, I thought I was done with this Avengers Week stuff, but, Marvel, you just keep pulling me back in. Hi there folks, I'm Aaron, Professor Thorgy, your guide to all things geeky, and this is another Weekly Geekly Report in which I give you some of my favorite stories from the world of geek culture from the last week. And yeah, Avengers kind of dominated at the box office, and normally a studio would go, alright, let's let everything be cool for a little bit. Let's let that chill. Not Marvel though, they wasted no time at all. They wanted to strike while that iron was hot, because they made some big announcements for their cinematic universe over the last couple of hours. First off being that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is getting a third season. Alright, yay, I guess. I know it has a very loyal fan base. I think the show is okay. I had a lot of problems with the first season. It's gotten better since then. It helps to tie the cinematic universe together, so yeah, keep it around. But that's not all. Agent Carter also got renewed for a second season, which to me was like, well, no duh, because it was a huge hit, and it had one of the most loyal fan bases out there for any show right now. But still, there were people who were like, I don't know if it's coming back. I don't know if it's gonna come around. What's gonna happen with it? Which is understandable, because A, action shows with female lead characters have a history of getting screwed over. So yes, I fully understand people being nervous about that. But also, that thing had a huge budget. A huge budget. It is not cheap to make everything look like super sci-fi 1940s, okay? I could fully understand ABC going, we don't have the money for this. But it's coming back. And good for that, because the Marvel Universe needs a lot more leading ladies, and Agent Carter is a pretty darn good one. But those weren't the only two big stories coming out of their ABC TV series side of the cinematic universe, which is a far harder sentence to say than I thought it was. But it was also declared that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spin-off show, the one starring Mockingbird and her ex-husband, what's-his-face, that is officially canceled. That is officially dead in the water. It is not happening. It's done. And let me just say, I love Mockingbird. Mockingbird is a great character. She's fantastic. That other dude, I don't care about at all. I don't even know his name, and I've tried to learn it, and something in my brain just goes, you don't need to know that. You don't need to. Yeah, we are not going to waste valuable brain cells on learning that dude's name. Out of all the new characters they added on this season to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he was hands down my least favorite, and he's pretty much the only one who hasn't died or turned evil. So I really don't care whether or not he gets a TV show. In fact, have that guy turn out to be another agent of Hydra, and then have it be Bobby's story, just that. Just be the Mockingbird Show. I will watch that show. But there's even more news coming out from their cinematic universe, because like every 5 hours a new character in Captain America Civil War gets announced, and that makes sense to me. I mean, yeah, this should have a large cast to it because it's Civil War. For anybody who didn't read the comics, Civil War was basically the government said, hey, anyone with superpowers, we can't have you just running around doing whatever you want, putting on costumes and playing hero. You have to get trained by us, you have to be approved by us, and basically you will work for us as our own superheroes. And all the superheroes had to pick a side. So yeah, if this is Civil War, all the superheroes are going to be in there. But I'm starting to get concerned at this point. We already knew that we were going to have Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, and then of course obviously Spider-Man and Black Panther, they got announced. Then, and this is a spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen Age of Ultron, but all the new Avengers at the end, they're going to be in here. Vision, Falcon, War Machine, Scarlet Witch. I think there was someone else. Nah, that was mean, I'm sorry. But today we also found out that Ant-Man was going to be in there, and it's also been announced that Martin Freeman was going to be in this movie in a mystery role. And I have no idea who he could be playing, but the last time that a well-known actor got cast in a Captain America movie in a role that was unannounced and didn't exist in the comics, spoiler for Winter Soldier, he turned out to be the bad guy. So I'm very curious about Martin Freeman. We know Baron Zemo is going to be in here, and his role has already been cast, but could it be there's someone behind the scenes? I mean, this is the last Captain America movie. This is the last Captain America movie. It'd be weird to not have Red Skull come back in some way, shape, or form. I mean, his story wasn't really concluded. He just went into some weird portal. That doesn't mean dead, so it would seem weird for him to not pop up. And we all know that Hugo Weaving said, I ain't ever doing another Marvel movie again. I find them degrading. I find all that superhero stuff to be degrading. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going back to the Transformer franchise for 5 more movies. So could it be that Red Skull is coming back and he's got a whole new body and it's Martin Freeman? I don't know. But I hope not, because I like Martin Freeman. That dude is too lovable. I can't hate him as Red Skull. Now let me just say, I don't think a lot of these heroes are going to get like full screen time. I don't think this is going to be like Avengers 2.5. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of teamwork. I think Cap is going to be leading a team of people. But I think the story is still mainly going to be focused on Cap. And I think a lot of these guys, like say Ant-Man for example, probably is just going to be a scene of like Scott, you know, there at his base along with Hank Pym, and Tony Stark is talking to him, is like, hey man, I could really use some of your tech. And like maybe that's it. Or maybe like when the news announcement goes out and they're saying, oh yeah, all the superheroes have to register, you're just gonna see these heroes like around the world just watching this thing in front of televisions. You know, I don't think everybody's gonna get full time, but if you're going to go with my theory that everybody gets, you know, just like one little shots, little cameos, what a great time to introduce so many new characters. Seriously, Joss Whedon said that at the end of Avengers he wanted to have Captain Marvel in there, but they weren't ready yet. You'll be ready next year. Come on, man, have Captain Marvel in there. Even if she's not in there for a lot, even just like one scene, that would be a great way to introduce her. You could put any hero in here that you want, really, even just for like a short cameo. I would love to see Wonder Man come in here and have him just be like, you know, some Hollywood actor with superpowers that Iron Man is going like, you're gonna be our poster boy. You're gonna be the guy we send on all the late night talk shows to talk this plan up. Just little short stuff like that. It would be a great way to introduce these characters. And how great would it be if you got Hugh Jackman in here and everybody's like, you couldn't get Wolverine in here. He's owned by the X-Men. They would never give that up. I'm saying have Hugh Jackman in here as Wolverine. Just have Hugh Jackman in here as unnamed superpower person who's just sitting at a bar and Tony Stark goes in and goes, hey man, can I talk to you? And he goes, nope. And that's it. That's all you see. And they never say it's Wolverine. But we know it's Wolverine. Okay, sorry, I just had to geek out there for a second. But as excited as I am, there is one problem that I have with this, which is if you have all these heroes, and you have all these characters, and all this stuff happening, what's going to happen with Bucky? I know Winter Soldier is going to be in here. I know that Bucky is going to be in this movie. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about is he going to be in this movie. I mean, that story isn't wrapped up yet. That's not finished yet. And this is going to be the last Cap movie. Everybody gets 3. That's it. You get 3 movies. How are we going to wrap up the Bucky story and this whole Civil War thing in one movie? I'm concerned. I'm worried that they're not going to have enough time to do that. However, did you see Winter Soldier? They got a lot of stuff done in that movie. So if there's anybody I trust with this, it's those Russo boys. But I want to know what you guys think. What hero would you like to see in Civil War that hasn't been announced yet? Leave that in the comments down below. And if you like this video, then hit that subscribe button, hit that thumb up button, and please share this. Share it all over the internet. I always love it whenever I hear that anybody has done that. I thank you all so much for that. I have gotten so many new followers recently. That's fantastic. I thank you all for doing it, because I know it's you guys. I know it is you guys doing the hard work, and thank you. In fact, I am almost at 500 subscribers. When you get to 500 subscribers, you get a custom URL. So when I tell people to go to Professor Thorgy, I can actually say youtube.com/Professor Thorgy. I don't have to say youtube.com/UNH_T&. No, I'm almost there, and I did not expect to get there this fast. Like, I have seriously doubled my number of subscribers in the last month. That's fantastic. I thank you guys so much for that. So keep up the great work and come back next time.